In this lecture, we will discuss about the polarized and unpolarized optical microscopy. First of all, we will know about what is the optical microscopy. An optical microscopy is a technique in which large image of an object can be obtained by means of a light. The simple example of an optical microscope is a magnifying glass from which we can obtain an enlarged image of an object. If it is placed between the focal plane of it generally consists of a convex lens. If we put any object between the lens lens and its focal point, then we can obtain a enlarged image of that object on the same side of the object. The main it is the resolution of this magnifying glass, or we can say that the optical microscope is very less. It can only 3 or 4 times magnifying the image of the object. The situation is different if we are talking about the polarizing and unpolarizing microscopy. In this lecture, we will discuss about some basics idea about the polarized and unpolarized microscopy. From here we can see that this is the schematic representation of a simple optical microscopy. It consists of a projector lens, objective lens, condenser lens and light source, and this is our sample which we want to view from this microscope. The condenser lens focuses the light on the sample, and objective lens magnifying the beam which contains the image to the projector lens, so the image can be viewed by the observer. The polarized optical microscopy is used to distinguish between the optically isotropic material, which has the physical property of the material is same throughout the medium, then such material is known as the optically isotropic, and doubly refracting media. The property of the media are different in different directions. This is the unpolarized light, and this is the polarized light. We can see that the vibration of the light wave is confined into one direction, while in the unpolarized light it is vibrating in all possible directions. The basic principle of polarized lights. What is the polarizer and analyzer? When an ordinary light passes through a polarizer, then its direction of the vibration of the light is confined only single direction. This is known as the plane polarized light, and here we can say direction of the vibration of the light is perpendicular to its principal optic axis. Polarized light can be generated by a passing an unpolarized light through a polarizer. A polarizer is a transfer an isotropic medium which selectively allowed the transmission of light on a preferential plane of polarization. These are the polarizer are the calcite, bridge, nickel, and some polarides are used as a polarizer to obtain the polarized light. What is the basic difference between the polarizer and analyzer? This diagram shows that this is the light wave, but it can be passed through the polarizer and it can be analyzed by the analyzer. Here we can see that the angle between polarizer and analyzer are these are parallel to each other, that is 0 or 180 degree. So we can obtain a light from light. And in the case of the when the polarizer and analyzer are perpendicular, that is we can say in the cross position, then we can there is no light. As we can, the light is a electromagnetic radiation. It can travel in the vacuum with the speed of 3 into approximately 3 into 10 to the power 8 meters. However, it changes in the presence of the material media. It depends on the material media are isotropic or anisotropic. The electric and magnetic field vector of the light wave affect the charge distribution within the material and producing electric and magnetic field, leading to the change in the velocity of the light in material media, which is generally less than the velocity of light in vacuum. This phenomena varies from with the nature of the material, and each material assigned a number that represent the factor by which the velocity of light reduced within the material. This is called index of refraction or refractive index of the within the medium. This is defined as n is equal to c upon v. C is the velocity of the light in the vacuum and v is the velocity of the light in material medium. Let us consider the reflection and refraction phenomena of light through an isotropic medium. Here we can see that when an light is passes through from air to glass, then there is a refracted beam and there is the reflected beam. Here we can see that the medium is isotropic, so there is no variation in the refractive index. Therefore, we can obtain only a single refracted beam. Let us consider another case in which our material media is not anisotropic, in which there is the variation with the refractive index in that medium. When light is passes through from their interface, then we can see that refracted light is the same, but while in the case of the refracted light, here they are diverted into two angles, theta 2 and theta 3. Here we can see that the light is, as we know that light is made of a electromagnetic radiation. It consists of the Ex and Ey. Both E ray and O ray are travel with different velocity, so that gives rise to two different refracted beams. Bifringence, it is the important concept. Bifringence is the term used for the double refractive of unpolarized light as it passes through an isotropic medium. This phenomena is occur because of X polarized and Y polarized component of the light wave interact differently with the anisotropic material, giving rise to two refractive index, and hence two refracted beams propagated in the same material media. The polarized light is passes through a media split into two components, ordinary and ordinary ray. This is the reason why we have to get two refractive index. The electric and magnetic vibrate in the fixed plane at the right angle to propagate through the medium with different velocities. So this is the schematic representation of a common polarizing optical microscope. Here we can these are the lenses. This is the stage which we have to put in the sample which we want to see, and this is the eyepiece through which we can. The application of optical microscopy is in different field: crystal morphology and symmetry determination. This is the difference between isotropic and isotropic materials, possible symmetry present in the crystal, and phase identification and purity and homogeneity of the material. By the surface morphology, we can see the homogeneity of the material, also standard optical data by refractive index comparison, phase analysis, information about the single angle polycrystalline material, crystal defects and grain boundary, refractive index determination, and also there are so many applications of the optical microscopy. Thank you very much.